Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Okamiden. I am the whole 5 white pixels with the whole 3 blue pixels on top of me because the camera doesn't zoom in on this part. And the DS is hilariously low res. In the last episode, we went through the Sage Shrine and made out with the information on Akuro that we came for. And Nanami made out with Genji, if you know what I mean. Anyway, in this episode, we need to rid the Goryo of demons, as the Capum was telling us last time around. But as for what we learned about Akuro, it's that he is here to see Orochi, because he must be exercised in the blood of Orochi to become perfect, as he is a being of ultimate darkness. Since he was once Yami, the main villain of Okami. He was once the Dark Lord, he split apart, he is the being of ultimate darkness that was inside Yami, and he needs to complete Yin and Yang, become perfect. Become one with a being of pure light. And oh my god, there's even enemies in here in the captain's room. Dude, not even the captain's quarters is safe from the demons. All I can say to the demons is, how dare you raid somebody's ass! Oh. I really need to not use SpongeBob terminology here because that came out sounding a lot worse than I thought it would. But anyway, we got a few demon scrolls that we can attack over here. Got one right there, right next to Benkei. And the thing is, I'm just going to be honest, we've been through the Goryo twice now. These are all going to be... Actually, no! This is a new enemy! Meet Green Imps! Yeah. Not the Green Imps that we fought before, but these are the Green Imps that you fought in Okami. Remember that we're 9 months in the past, back when Orochi and Yami were still alive. And the thing is, we are fighting what were weak enemies for Ami. And of course, we are not Ami, we are Chibi. So, what were considered weak enemies for Ami are actually quite difficult for us. And I really like this idea quite a bit. Some people might say that it's kind of a cheap way of reusing enemies, but in all honesty, I like the idea, how the enemies from Okami got to come back, and this time they're much tougher. Their floral finisher, just as it was in Okami, is just simply Power Slash. However, one thing I don't get, why is it that you get demon livers from enemies in the past? Why not just make them regular old demon fangs? That would kind of make things come full circle, because it doesn't make sense why they drop items that didn't exist in Okami. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a minor hole in the continuity, but still a hole nonetheless. And speaking of a hole, I opened one up there. And thing is, unless it's a new enemy, just 6 to go. Okay, let's see here. I do kind of want to cut some of these out. The demon would have tasted my blade if not for your presence. What? I thought you should be grateful that we saved you. But now, the food is damaged, and I will not be able to return home. Curse that demon and my rotten luck. So it seems Benkei is worried about damage to the ship. That's always something you don't want to be worrying about when you're out at sea. As if that was not obvious enough. Thank you, Emil, for that. I refer to myself in the third person when I am insulting myself. I am just that classy when I make fun of myself. Alright, so on the subject, I suppose, of the demon parts that you use to craft weapons with, I should mention something, actually. There is an unused menu used for crafting divine instruments that has been found. Of course, by our good friend Rabbit-Abbit, as always. Come on, all of you, I need to defend this jump to my last breath. Alright. And there is an unused menu for various demon artifacts that did not make it into the final game. We have the new enemies here, the Red Imps from Okami. So, as always, they're going to defend themselves with their sitars. You got to go ahead and Power Slash them. And there you go. So, those items used for crafting divine instruments, they are not demon fangs or anything like that. They just seem to be regular old paper slips. I kind of wonder what they actually were meant to be in terms of, you know, what its Japanese meaning was, but that is what they are. You can see what they are on screen, of course. There's not really any text to accompany them because it's just a menu template that was found. But I did think that was kind of an interesting thing to bring up, that apparently demon artifacts were going to be different, even if they were not going to be what I think they should have been, you know, just to make sense with the continuity. I'm saying, you know, quite a bit. It's like I'm turning New Yorker or something like that. It's like, you know, I'm going over... That's not New Yorker. That's Bill Cosby living on a farm. That is not New Yorker. I can just imagine it's like, well, you see, with the tractors and the plows and the hoes, and I'm not talking about the usage of the word that you city slickers use, and ha ha ha. I am so sorry, Bill. No disrespect intended. I love your work. I really do. I think you are awesome. Anyway, let's just go down here. So first I'm being insensitive to all countries of the world, now I'm being insensitive to specific celebrities. Wonderful. So, let's go through the Goryo a bit more. Gonna weigh that down and— Hey! You hit me while I was in a cutscene! That's not very nice! Seriously, I did not have control of Chibi at that point. I just got hit while I was in a cutscene for no apparent reason! I did not mean to do that, actually. What I meant to do was go back up so I could just walk over to the other side of this thing, as I would draw distance. So here is the next Demon Scroll. We gotta take out all of them, of course. Now, whoa! Hey, buddy! Your stick is very long and painful. And it kind of screwed me over right there. I'm just being all over the place with my— well, not really all over the place, but I'm just being very innuendo-y. Innuendo-y! That's the new word. A weemba-wop. I'm just being very random here. So, I don't know. I really do like how we got a bit of a nostalgia trip to Okami! Even though Okami's not necessarily a nostalgic game considering that it was released in 2006, but hey. I still find it kind of cool how we actually do get to fight these guys again. I was trying to dodge out of the way. And just the, you know, enemies that were weak for Ami are— How did that use water? Okay, maybe it was just I hit Nanami by mistake when I didn't mean to, but I didn't get the full finisher there, did I? No, wait, I did! Wow, I hit him one time too many. You can even listen to the audio right there and hear that I hit him one more time than I was supposed to, yet I still got it! Game, I think you're trying to make amends, and I like that, okay? Let's keep doing that. Decided to cut down a bit of travel time right there. If you go down here to this cargo hold, you can fight green wildfires again. So if you did not get them in the Moontribe Ruins for whatever crazy reason, you do get another chance here, even though they are as missable here as well. So be sure you grab them while you still can. You also get white toads here, which we have not seen these in a long time. So if you missed these very early on in Hana Valley or in the 5-story pagoda, you get another chance right here, okay? And oddly, as you see right here, these white toads differ a bit. As you saw, there it was using lightning, there it was using ice, and I believe they can also use fire. So it's really, really weird how they have, like, new abilities, yet they're still counted as the same old white toads. I don't know, I could be wrong about that, so just be sure to kill at least one and make sure it's registered in your bestiary just so that you don't screw up. But right over here, Squiddy, that man's in trouble. We have to help him! Yeah, you certainly got some spirit. Are you hurt, mister? Are you kidding me? Look at me! Built like a rock. Too bad I'm not as young as I used to be, or I'd give you a hand. Don't worry about it. You're safer for not getting involved. Yeah, you've got me, though. I gotta act my age, I guess. Acting your age is boring. Just look at me. I turned out okay. Right? 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 Anyone? Anyway, just 2 more to go, so not really much more to do here. Now, something that people do inquire about every so often is that last bit of unused text that I keep dodging because it's a spoiler. And the thing is, I will still be covering that. I will just say this. You'll know what it says by the end of the series. That's all I can really say about it. Just trust me on this, that before the series ends, you'll know what it says. So, I just don't want to say it because it's a spoiler, and I would really appreciate it if you had some way of figuring out if you had some way of finding the unused text and figuring it out. I would appreciate it if you just held off on posting what it says. I also would appreciate just avoiding posting spoilers altogether until that point, because there are people that think that just writing spoilers in all caps before a YouTube comment means that people will stop reading it, though. But the thing is, YouTube comments are too small to just stop reading after the word spoilers in all caps. That doesn't help at all. If anything, it draws attention to it and people get angry. All you're doing is just pissing people off, and it's not cool. And I just realized something. Go back and look at that walkway. The walkway is missing beyond this point when you're viewing it in another map. That's kind of bad. So we have 2 more to go, and I'll be honest, I'm actually not sure where they could be. If they're not in the one place we haven't looked, I'm actually not really sure, because this is kind of one of those areas where there's always one that you don't know where it is, and this is just kind of that one area for me personally. I don't know if you guys have that same problem, but I kind of do. And what do you know, there's one here at the very least. Okay, so that only leaves 1 more, which has to be in this area. If it is not, then I don't know what to do or say. In fact, I do know what to do and say, but I will act like I don't for the time being, just in case I don't know where it is, and it would be kind of funny if I didn't know. Right here I actually don't know what these enemies are called off the top of my head. I do not want to call them whiteheads because the others are, you know, the others are redheads and yellowheads and blueheads, and I really do not want to call something a whitehead because that's kind of bad. But the thing is, I'll actually admit something, because redheads were called redheads when I was young. I actually thought people with black hair were called blackheads. And I remember that there was one time when I was like really young, I walked up to this lady and I was like, "You're a blackhead." My mom's like, "Emil!" And I'm just like, what? She is? And I didn't know that that was actually a skin blemish, and I don't know where the last one is. Aha! It's in the cargo hold, way back in the corner where you gotta use magnet twice to get to it. Of course they'd be jerks and be like, you know, I'd be like, I don't want to go in that smelly pile of boxes. I don't want to waste my time drawing a U twice. Of course they hide it there. I don't care what anyone says. I'm having fun. Suck it! Walked into the battle with full ink. You're all green imps. Same strategy still applies. I don't care I didn't get good on partner help. I still got good on the other stuff. So that does it for all the demons that have been terrorizing the ship. Let's go tell the captain that his problems are gone now. Very nice work, you two. We're ready to set sail. All hands on deck. Raise the anchor. We must return to the Dragon Palace now. And I had fun playing with you. Hopefully not fun playing with Genji under those covers. Maybe someday we can have an adventure on land. Although I doubt that will ever happen. You have no idea, Nanami. You have no idea. What? Really? How do you know? I guess I'll just take your word for it. I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll have a lot fun then. Great typo during a sentimental scene. Now, think of all the other people that somehow knew Chibi before our adventure even really began. Well, that explains how that happened! The dry and wet jewels! Come back! Give those back! So that entire arc of the story has now been explained, in the span of about 2 seconds. So, think of all the other people that somehow knew Chibi ahead of time before the adventure had even begun. Yeah. Kind of screws with your mind a little bit. Anyway, Kuro's back! Yay! We can get back to talking like California server dudes and making bad puns! I couldn't find any trace of Akuro. But we could. I know he's come back to this time, but beats me where he went. What's worse is, I don't even have a clue as to what he's up to. How about you, boy? Any luck? You bet we had luck. Dude, you're kidding, right? Why does he need the blood of Onochi? Seriously, if he washes in it, it becomes, like, perfect? Hold on, dude. This is coming at me too fast. Okay, let's check the history scroll your friend gave us. Orochi was defeated by Amaterasu on the 15th night in the Moon Cave. At least it's what it says here. And, tonight is the 15th night. I betcha Akuro's gonna steal the blood from Orochi's corpse. That guy doesn't need to be any more powerful. Come on! Gotta get to the Moon Cave on the double! Hold on, boy. Did you get like a little pudgy or something, dude? What the heck are you carrying around? If I'm gonna move quickly, you'll have to leave it behind, okay? Don't worry about it. I'll take good care of it. We're gonna return to the city. Just drop by and pick it up later. Thanks, Captain.
Yeah, Mel.